Alright YouTube, wanted to shoot an update video on my little fish corner here out in my garage. Starting with the 240, of course, my favorite tank with my favorite fish right here, flapjack. Hybrid black diamond mini marble stingray. You can see he is just huge now, growing like crazy, eating like crazy. Beautiful colors and pattern on him. Red Severum, doing all right like he normally is. Rex, the Zingu peacock bass. Look at the colors on that fish. Doing fantastic. No longer really growing in length, but I mean, look at the body on him. Just really coming into that mature, full-bodied fish. The nuchal hump on his head developing. Can confidently say he's a male. Look at the gold around that black dot on his tail. Just looks like gold flakes. Then we've got the platinum Senegalese Bisher. He's out. Sometimes he's not, so that's great. You guys get to see him. First piece of bad news. The Delzy Bisher that I had him for just over a year. A few months ago, I was doing a water change, came back an hour later, he was completely dead. Not dying, not stressed or sick, completely dead. Took him out of the tank. No stings on his body, as well as the black coating on Flapjack's barb was still there, so he did not get stung. I opened up his mouth because I thought he might have choked on something. Throat was clear. All the other fish did perfectly fine, so I'm really confused as to how that fish died. My only suspicion is that he was spooked after I did the water change. He's always been the most skittish fish I've had in this tank, and he might have jumped, hit his head, and immediately killed himself. Not a terrible loss. I wasn't too attached to that Delzy Bisher. Still a loss though, but nothing compared to what I'm about to get to next. This over here is my 90 gallon. Let me move my chair. This is my 90 gallon that you guys will remember if you followed my channel, held my super red Comfa flower horn. As you can see, he's no longer with us. That fish was going on just about 7 years old. And flower horns being a very genetically diverse, hybrid fish, they have a really wide range of lifespan, ranging anywhere from 2 to 10 years. I think I got really lucky with that one. He seemed to have a really good, really good genetics, really good body shape. Didn't suffer from, any internal problems, gut problems that a lot of flower horns do have. And because of that, he lived about 7 years, and really the first fish I can definitively say died of old age. Because there was just nothing wrong. He just kind of lost energy, lost his color, went off food for a few weeks, and just kind of slowly passed away. No signs of it, anything, or I didn't change anything with this tank. So really, that was a blow to me. I mean, that was my first really prized fish, as well as the oldest fish in my collection. So that was definitely a blow, but I do have plans for this tank that we'll get into right now. The platies you see in this tank, I threw them in there just to keep the tank cycled. And this guy right here, this is not a bluegill, this is a baby redbreast sunfish that I caught out of my backyard creek. This is somehow quickly has become one of my favorite fish. He's just got a crazy outgoing personality. Was domesticated the next day after putting him in the tank. Completely domesticated, eating pellets, coming up to me when he sees me. Absolutely crazy. I love this fish. And so he's going to be in this tank permanently. The platies are going to go, as well as some other fish, which are down here, which I am super excited to show you. They are very small. They don't look like much right now, but these are red fin pickerel. So another native species that is rarely kept in an aquarium. And if you're familiar with pike or muskie, these are a very closely related species, except they only get 10 inches max size. So they are just like a tiny pike, and they are super predatory. Right now I have them eating little pieces of tilapia and shrimp. And these guys are going to be really, really cool. So those two are going to go into this 90 with the red breast, and it's just going to be a native tank with those 3 fish in it. So I will update you guys on them, as well as the 240, of course. But let me know if you guys have any comments or questions. As always, thank you for watching.